is John Strand, and I decided to do my language on the Lebanese language. The overview, some of the things we'll talk about are the values and beliefs of Lebanese culture, stereotyping, discrimination, family structure, languages spoken in Lebanon, education, and then Lebanese people in the U.S. And all these topics will show the uniqueness of Lebanese language and their culture. Values and beliefs. The family's reputation is everything in Lebanon. Everything is dictated by this, their politics and their religion, and you name it. There's no dominant religion in Lebanon. It's mainly Muslims and Christians. There are some subsets of religions and things. It is the most religiously diverse country in the Middle East. Most of the other countries are Muslim. Sounds forward-thinking, but it has caused stress in the past. An example of that would be the 1970s, when there was a Lebanese civil war between the Muslims and the Christians. Stereotypes. There's a stereotype that Lebanese people in all Middle Eastern countries have the same beliefs and values, which is not true. They stereotype all of them as Muslim when half of the Lebanese culture is Christian, and they believe that all of them are Arabic, where many of the Christian Lebanese come from Phoenicia. Some believe that Lebanon is a desert country, when in actuality it's very mountainous. Sometimes it's disrespected by its neighbors during war. An example of this would be in 2013 in a city called Tripoli in Lebanon, where Syrian rebels bombed. There was a car bombing near one of the mosques, and it killed nearly 30 people. A stereotyping can come from within as well. An example would be going back to the civil war in Lebanon, where the Christians disrespected the Muslims, and vice versa. Family structure. Family consists of a husband, wife or wives, normally a wife, but wives are accepted, married son, and unmarried children, whether boy or girl. Father is the breadwinner and the one who represents the family reputation. He's the one that goes out into society the most. If he values and he obeys the cultural norms, people accept him. Sometimes he gets promoted, maybe in his job. If he disrespects those, it could bring back shame to the entire family. The wife plays the role of the maid. In more recent years, they're allowed to earn a higher education. But I think that's different in the U.S. because, for example, my friend's mother, she is from Lebanon, and in this country, she runs a deli. And son or sons take care of the mother when she gets older. Any woman who doesn't have a son is pitied upon because there is no one to take care of her when she's older, and also because a son resembles power and things like that. Children aren't necessarily raised to be independent. They can live in the household as long as they want, and it often happens. Languages. Lebanon is a multilingual society as a whole. Some of the language they speak are Armenian, English, French, Greek, along with their main language, which is Levantine Arabic. The citizens, they see themselves as multilingual. Some people may not. The reason of that is because they believe they speak Lebanese, Arabic, and then possibly English or another language. They see Lebanese as a complete separate language, where many non-natives may see it as just a dialect. And some of the dialects of the Lebanese Arabic include Syrian Lebanese, North Lebanese, South Lebanese, and Mountain Lebanese. Education. Students who come from powerful backgrounds tend to have more opportunity. Students begin learning another language around middle school. If they're from public schools, they might learn it later than someone from a private school. That's the benefits. Language learning issues include unprepared teachers, inadequate books. Those books could be outdated or other things like that, and students' unwillingness to learn. Languages are taught to prepare them for a career. They could also be taught just for cultural purposes. They learn English to benefit their business, and they can learn French to just better their culture. Lebanese in the U.S. There are more Lebanese living outside of the U.S. than within. This is known as the Lebanese diaspora. There's roughly 5 million of them in all of the world. About 489,000 of that 5 million live in the U.S., making it one of the largest Arabic populations in the U.S. The largest waves came during World War I and in the 1960s when an immigration ban was lifted. The younger generations tend to be more accepting of U.S. cultures, especially if they were born here, they don't know anything else. While the parents, the kind of middle generation, they tend to accept American traditions, but they don't partake. They tend to partake in their heritage traditions. And in conclusion, basically what I hope that this PowerPoint did was show you that there's a uniqueness to their society and their culture, and there's a uniqueness to every society and culture, and that's what makes us all different, but it also brings us together.